These are my pet Bumblebee Millipedes, a species native to the Caribbean. They're very popular within the exotic pet hobby, and that for good reason, as they're very active and fun to watch. Until now, they've lived in this ugly but functional plastic storage box. It has all they need to thrive indefinitely. The enclosure is teeming with microscopic life, from tiny isopods to springtails and the millipedes themselves, so why change it? Well, I found this glass vase and I got inspired to make an enclosure worth a spot in the living room. The shape and volume of the vase offers plenty of room for hardscape and plants, so let's get to work. When I work with millipedes, I always skip the false bottom, as I don't want the risk of them digging down into it. For the substrate mix, I'll use Arcadia Earth mix, Reptibark for structure, oak leaf litter, live sphagnum moss, and activated carbon. To get the mix going, I throw all the components into a bucket and mix it all together thoroughly with my hands. My goal here is a substrate mix that holds moisture well. After mixing it all together, I dump it all into the container. The next step is to shape the forest floor to my liking, which I do by sloping it towards the back of the enclosure. By making this slope, I create an illusion of depth for the person viewing the finished build. Dumping the substrate in is nearly impossible to do without some getting stuck to the glass, so a good cleaning of the inside is mandatory. For hardscape, I will use dead rotting oak branches. It's also a great food source for the animals. Time to put the first pieces of moss in the foreground. I chose Hypnum moss that I sourced locally. Hypnum moss is also called sheep moss, and you will see why as I place it in the terrarium. It looks like a wild growing carpet is perfect for this kind of build. Time to add the hardscape. Even though I have a design in my head, this part is more about building topography than anything else. I'm not trying to overscape this enclosure. Instead, I'm aiming to make the conditions for the animals perfect. Millipedes and isopods love to hide under logs and pieces of bark in nature. When all is said and done, a lot of these oak branches will be fully or partially covered with moss and plants. The oak branches are absolutely covered in life forms that will turn this build into a functioning ecosystem. Many would want to sterilize the hardscape, but if I can, I try to let nature do its thing. It might look a bit excessive at first, but this pile of sticks gives the inhabitants so much surface area to explore and feed on. Next up, the plants. I'll list all of them in the video description. I chose plants that are tiny now, but will eventually grow into the enclosure. First up is this beautiful Selaginella. If you know the species, comment below. I think ferns are a must if you're going for a forest floor look. This fern right here is a shield fern. Fittonia, or nerve plants, are also a great alternative, and it comes in various colors as well. I went with red and white ones for this build. I try my best to spread them out, to avoid monotony. I also wanted a trailing plant, and I think this needlepoint ivy does the job perfectly. I decided to take 3 large cuttings. I'm placing them towards the back, hoping they'll end up trailing towards the front. After the plants, I put down some more moss to complete the planting portion of this terrarium. These sheets of moss will also make the rather sloppy hardscape look more natural. On top of a more natural look, it also gives the terrarium a greener look throughout. Time to let the main residents in. They quickly went looking for cover, as they aren't used to this much light yet. Just look at the explosion of colors, with the yellow of the millipedes against the red and green of the Fittonia. Amazing, right? These millipedes are subadults, and as they grow into adults, their colors will be even more vivid. Apart from the millipedes, a myriad of life now inhabits the lands. This tiny assassin bug got spooked by a springtail that got too close for comfort. Pretty silly, huh? I also found this tiny spider walking around. If you know what this creature is, please leave a comment below. Although there's plenty of food for everyone, a treat now and then never hurt anybody, right? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Also, I'm curious to know your thoughts on this project. Leave a comment below. And that's it for this one. Don't miss my next build.